the new Alapin Blackmar-Diemer. This is something that your opponents won't expect to see on the board, yet it is so brutal that if they are not careful, you are going to checkmate them in less than 10 moves. The idea is not to play the typical Blackmar-Diemer with the move pawn to f3 here. We just want to start attacking this pawn right away. Knight c3, if knight f6, we kind of feature in the Trompowsky attack, bishop g5, if bishop f5, that's what we want to see, because now we are going to take. After pawn takes, we go queen e2, and it is in this position where you are going to be winning most of your games. First, the d4 pawn is a poisoned pawn. If you want to know why, simply watch my yesterday's video, which has popped up in the card above. If black plays the top played move, bishop b4, they are losing either ways due to queen b5 check. If they defend like this, it wasn't about the dark squared bishop, it was about the light squared bishop. So this is one little trap that most of your opponents aren't going to see in the Blackmar-Diemer Alapin Gambit. This is just something that I was working on yesterday. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And in this video, I intend to play some games on lichess to test this gambit. The question that begs to be answered is, will you watch up to the end? Let's see if you're going to be that person. And hey, remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you can't, share this video, for God's sake. Let's go! Why not trying my new Blackmar-Diemer Gambit? My opponent just played knight f6. Is there a way I can transpose this back to the improved Blackmar-Diemer? I'm waiting for black to play d5, so perhaps I can go knight c3 in this position and then sacrifice my e-pawn. Let's see if this is going to work. Yes, now I can do this. In this position, if black takes, yep, I wanted to say this. If black takes with a knight, you want to take back. Is this what we do? Yeah, you just need to take and then play this in the style of the Alapin Gambit. Put your bishop on e3. This is why I said in my yesterday's video that the improved Blackmar-Diemer has potential to transpose back to the Alapin Gambit. In this position, I want to play a tricky move, queen e2, and probably give a check like that. You remember those lines I was showing you yesterday? If I want, I can play pawn to c3 here. Can I? I also have funny moves like bishop g4. I mean pawn to g4. Let me play this move. So I have plenty of options to make in this position. I can play bishop g2 or just h4 right away. Or let me play knight e2. Why not? I have moves like c3. So what I like about these lines is that oftentimes I emerge with a great position and a clear plan. So knight takes is always good. If pawn to c5, I have queen f4 check. So knight d7, I can still go queen a4 if I want. Or how about queen b3, attacking something on b7? So you can see the freedom that I'm talking about. Black's pawn on e4 turns out to be our defender, not their piece. If anything, that's black's liability. And I have room for h4 now, just one move away from trapping the light squared bishop if you think about it. h5, what else can I do? Can I castle long? I want you guys to look at this tactic that I have found on the board right now. I intend to capture the rook at worst. You need to start solving chess puzzles, for you to, start identifying these kinds of moves. Bishop b5, check, provoking the move pawn to c6 so that I can sacrifice my knight. I don't know what is going to happen next, but I just have hope. Look, if pawn takes, I'll just, so I can freely take back like this. You see, just like I said, at worst I can win this rook. Or you know what, there's even a greater move, castle long, because this comes with an attack. The knight is pinned to the king. Look at how I'm crushing my opponent, and they just resigned. I mean, there's nothing they could have done in that position. This, guys, is a game changer, and not so many people know about this, which is why you have all the reasons to subscribe to this channel and share my videos so that we can be discovered. Let me play one last game featuring the improved Blackmar-Diemer, or what I'm calling the Alapin-Diemer. Game number 2. Looks like a lot of people like starting with knight f6 nowadays. So let's go, pawn to e4. If pawn takes, bishop g5. So I just want to get rid of the knight so that I can take back on d4. And you will see a lot of people responding with bishop f5, just like my opponent. Now this is when you want to take on f6 and play queen e2. There's a little trap in this position. If bishop b4, I'm going to win very quickly. That's what I'm talking about. Knight c6, capture the free bishop on f5. This is a hidden trap in this gambit. And I'm calling this the improved Blackmar-Diemer Gambit, or simply the improved Alapin-Blackmar-Diemer. Now it is time to pay attention to what is happening on the board. Bear in mind that I'm already up a piece. Up a bishop. Queen takes d4. What did I say in my yesterday's tutorial video? You can play rook d1, but that runs into bishop takes, queen takes. You're going to lose a pawn. So you better play something like knight e2 in this position, so that if bishop takes, you recapture with your g knight. Yep, like that. In fact, if I want, I can take back with the pawn, but knight takes, I'm just up a pawn in this position. Once again, knight b4 is not a good move. I know my opponent wants to take here on c2, but you know what? I have a tactic, a very simple tactic in this position. Wait a second. How can I protect my c2 pawn? I took this for granted. Perhaps just playing rook c1. Let me do this, since I'm just one move away from capturing here. Yeah, we see rook d8. I think something that I didn't see, but I have queen takes anyway, and then check. Wait a second. Looks like I can just take here and release tension, but let me make the game become interesting. I want to give up a bishop in this position. Playing for tactics. I've already won this game, but I just want to make it a bit exciting for you guys by turning it into a sacrificial game. Bishop b5 check, c6. I'm just going to cast a shot like this, and you will see the idea very soon. I want to take back on b5 with my queen, and there's nothing much black is going to do, since in the near future I have rook fd1. So I just did this for you guys. I had to take this risk just for you. If I want, I can take on b7, but I find this move to be more appealing. I'm going to take away black's rights to castle pap. They can take back with the queen, but still I can take on b7 if that happens. So king takes. I don't want to exchange queens just yet. I have rook d1 check coming next, so I had to do this for you guys. And so you need to show some love by subscribing. You can see that I even take risks where it is not due, just for you. So check. Moves are very simple to make from here. You see? I can even go in with my queen like that. Look at this. Pap. Just one move away from checkmating. This queen takes, knight takes, and that. How am I going to solve this? Okay. I missed that move sequence. Okay, now it's just a matter of, this is a lost game already. I won, but I kind of started, taking my opponent for granted in the end game, and they almost came back into the game. But anyway, I'm Kaspa. Let me see if my opponent played queen takes b1 first before playing rook d8. I thought this was going to be interesting for black. What was I going to do after this move? I had queen g4, which was going to stop checkmate. Okay, so either ways, I wasn't going to lose. By the way, just as I stated earlier, I won this game already. I just decided to sacrifice a bishop right here. Instead of bishop b5 check, I was just supposed to take on e4, as I stated earlier, so that after queen takes, I was going to take back with my knight. And point is, I was still going to be up a piece. Up a bishop. If knight takes a2, I was even going to play something like rook d1, kind of forcing a trade. If castle short, I was going to play rook takes, and after rook takes, maybe knight d2, running away from the upcoming pin, and then after something like knight b4, c3. So black was still going to be down a bishop, but I just wanted to make it interesting for you guys. I mean, by sacrificing my light squad bishop. Anyway, that's the Alapin Blackmar-Diemer for you guys. Let me know what you think once again in the comment section. By the way, you can check out my courses at www.KaspaChess.com or on my Patreon page. That's how you support this channel, by the way. I don't ask for donations or free money. So the way you support this channel is by joining one of our membership tiers on Patreon or simply buying my courses. That really helps.